There are over 500 species of sharks in the world, and over half of them spend their entire life below 200 meters deep. So we really don't know a whole lot about them. This year, the Alucia came to Cape Eleuthera and gave us an incredible opportunity to learn more about some of these animals, some of which are prehistoric and haven't really been seen much in their natural environment.
We started work on sixgill sharks because there's been a process in deep sea fisheries that the sharks are caught as bycatch, but the only valuable part that they can actually sell is the liver. And so take the liver, throw the rest overboard. The fishermen would rationalize this by saying that the sharks wouldn't survive anyway. So we set out to test that theory and see, well, is that true? If you bring a deep sea shark to the surface, does it die? And so we started with the Bluntnose sixgill shark it's been about 12 years ago, doing this work in Hawaii to see if they would survive, and indeed they do survive.
The dive behavior of these sixgills is different in the first 48 hours after release than it is afterwards. And we think that this is probably due to the stress of the capture event. The only way to actually figure out if that's the case is to tag animals without ever catching them.
So the idea here is to tag the animals in their natural environment and compare the results from our previous tracking study, which looked at the animals caught at the surface, to those tagged using the submersible. The tag will collect depth and temperature and actually light level data, and then it will release from the animal, float to the surface, and then transmit all the data that it collected over that period of time.
We worked with deep sea engineers as well as spear gun experts, and we actually strapped spear guns to the front of a submarine that could be triggered from inside the sub. To my knowledge, this is the first time anyone's attempted to tag sharks from a submarine, so that was the goal.
We wanted to descend at night to actually overlap with the range that we expect these animals to be at around 7 to 8 p.m. We dropped about 400 pounds of bait to the sea floor at about 650 meters deep. So we dropped down, positioned the sub behind a couple of rocks, turned all the lights out, got very quiet, and waited for about 5 hours.
Oh, he did not like that.
Can you turn the lasers on?
Yes, roger that. Lasers on. Okay, they're the lasers. I'm ready on both barrels. Okay, if he turns.
He turns a little more.
Come on, buddy, go a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower. Come on, buddy. Just a little lower. And do it.
That was so close. 3 inches rolled over more. He would have been. So on this on our first dive, we got really close, and so we were sitting on the bottom. We were sitting with the lights off. Basically, to us, it's pitch black down there, but it was we could see through the low light camera if anything was happening in front of the sub. We didn't want the lights of the sub to disturb the sharks. And we all of a sudden saw through the low light camera what looked like an avalanche of sediment coming down this wall that we're sitting under. Flipped the lights on quickly, and there's a huge sixgill shark there. So the adult male made several passes, and with the lasers guiding the spear gun, it was clear that we could make this shot. We needed that animal to just roll slightly or to go down a little bit lower. I think the only thing we needed to do differently was we needed a little bit more time, a few more passes. I think we would have had it. I think there's even the potential to use the sub to actually move towards the animals and try to tag them while underway.
Even though it's a little bit ambitious to tag a shark from a sub, it's something that actually holds a lot of scientific value. And so far, all we know is what we've been able to gather from doing studies at the surface. So being able to see them in their natural environment and potentially tag them in their natural environment adds a really important control to this study.
Now on this mission, we were not successful. We did not tag a shark, we didn't fire a single shot.
If we ever have the opportunity to do this again, which I think we've completely shown that it's feasible to do it, I think another attempt we would definitely get a shot and be able to tag these animals at depth. So I'm hopeful that in the future, maybe we can convince folks to do this again, and if so, I think we'll be successful at tagging these things.